All right. Welcome back to Wit Family Fit. If you are a long-standing follower of ours, you're going to be in for some new content coming up. And I'll try to label it on the title of the video, whether it's Adoptive related, family vlog related, or now a new journey that I'm going to be sharing on YouTube, adoption and induced lactation related. So if you have found this video because you are interested in adoptive breastfeeding and or induced lactation, welcome. This is my very first video. I am by no means an expert, but I am a mama that is walking through an adoption match and is going to induce lactation, and I would love to share the journey. Normally over here on Wit Family Fit, we share all about the Adoptive 5-in-1 program. We share a lot of faith, family, foster care, but now we are adding a private domestic adoption and induced lactation as part of our story. And I really love our YouTube family, and I also think that it can definitely grow with other mamas looking to do this very same thing. So welcome to it. Tonight is Sunday, March 5th. Tomorrow morning, Monday, March 6th, I am going to be starting the process to induce lactation for our upcoming adopted baby, or baby who we're going to adopt. We're in an adoption match. I actually don't know the proper lingo. I should educate myself on that. But I'm about to go to bed. I'm in my jammies. I'm actually already sitting on my bed. But I thought it would only be a good idea for me to go ahead and film this video tonight, because I'm sure tomorrow is going to be very busy with all things related to this. Because if you are going to induce lactation, it is definitely a process, and it is definitely something that you have to think about whether it's a right fit for you. Okay, so I'm going to try to keep this video not too long. Just so you know my background, I have 3 biological children who I nursed successfully through NICU, tube feedings, all the things until they were various ages, 14 months, 2 years, and a little over 2 years. So I had very successful nursing journey / pumping journeys with my other babies. I have an adopted son through foster care who I did not nurse. And like I said, we're in an adoption match for the new baby that's coming due. I did a lot of research on adoptive breastfeeding and induced lactation for a couple of reasons, and I don't want to be controversial in this at all, but I know that 2 things that I know. One is that I know that there's a really close bond, at least for me and my babies. There was a very close bond created through nursing. It was a comfort thing for both of us. And I also think that they were able to get a lot of really great antibodies from my breast milk. So I think it was health beneficial for them. I think it was emotional attachment beneficial for them. And I know for a fact it was emotionally attachment benefit for me. So with foster care, the rules are different, obviously. So I didn't even have the choice in the matter with our adopted son. We didn't even know we were going to be adopting him. He was in foster care and I could not nurse him. So that's a different story for a different day. But, this baby is a private adoption match, and so I can breastfeed, and in our case, I had plenty of time beforehand. So let's talk about options. Like I said, I'm by no means an expert, but the first thing I did when I wanted to start this journey was I called my OBGYN, who basically love him. He happily wrote the prescription for the breast pump and happily referred me to a lactation consultant because it was not within his wheelhouse. Really, as induced lactation has become mostly a thing in the past few years with gestational surrogacy, and also it can benefit adoption in other situations as well. But he happily wrote me the prescription for the best breast pump, which I'm going to be sharing also in this video a few of the products that I've ordered based on research and also what I know previously worked for me with my other kiddos and pumping, especially when the ones that were in the NICU, I did lots of pumping. This time I got a different pump. This was completely paid for by my insurance. So you just need to ask your OBGYN to write a prescription for a lactating woman. And even if you're adopting, depending on your insurance coverage, mine covered this one. This is the Spectra Model S2 Plus. It's a double electric breast pump. It comes with the pump and all you need. And I'll be sharing more about this tomorrow when I actually open it and start to use it. But like I said, insurance covered this. And really, when you're talking about needs for breastfeeding or for inducing lactation, this is probably the number one need. Now, I could tell you there are other comfort things, which I have chosen just based on, like I said, research and then history, but this is for sure a need. You need a double electric breast pump, hospital grade, to induce lactation. Speaking of inducing lactation, once again, not claiming to be an expert, but there are a few ways you can go about it. The most common way is called the Newman-Goldfarb protocol, which I did some research on that. And basically it involves you work with your doctor to go on birth control for usually sometime between 3 and 6 months. You don't take the sugar pills. You stop it suddenly to trick your body into thinking you've given birth. And then you add in another medication generally. And I don't even think we're supposed to say this out loud, like on social media. Because I don't know, it seems like within the breastfeeding world, it's been very controversial. But you have to get it from out of the country. Its initials are DP, because it's not FDA approved. And I'm not judging anyone that does it that way. I think so many people are very successful, and I recognize that I risk not being able to get a full supply by choosing not to do the birth control and the medication. But in speaking to the lactation consultant and some of the research I've done, which by the way, not every lactation consultant is well versed in inducing lactation. In fact, the one I talked to really hadn't done much work with it and wasn't actually very helpful, which is okay because like I said, I did a lot of research on my own and I think I came up with a pretty good plan. But the only necessity to induce lactation, now I'm not saying full supply, but the only necessity to induce lactation is manual or breast pump stimulation multiple times a day, mimicking a baby's feeding. So my plan is going to be to do this naturally without medication. I'm going to be pumping for 20 minutes every 3 hours. So if I pump from 8 to 8:20, I pump again at 11, from 11 to 11:20, from 1 to 1:20, etc. So it's about every 2 hours and 40 minutes that I'll be on a breast pump, and it's even through the night. So it is definitely commitment. I am giving myself plenty of leeway, but they recommend 8 to 12 weeks to induce a supply large enough to begin to feed a newborn baby. So that is what I am doing. I am going to start adding in some herbs and some different things like that. The one herb that I've already ordered is called moringa. It is not here yet, so when it gets here, I will begin taking it. And I have been taking for the past several months a prenatal vitamin. So I do take a prenatal vitamin. I'm going to be doing the moringa, and then I'm just going to be playing around with some of the over-the-counter products that you can get to help with milk supply. Additionally, for those of you that have followed this channel from an Optavia perspective, I am a health coach for Optavia, certified independent health coach. I have been using the 5-in-1 program. I did use the 5-in-1 program 2 years ago to lose 65 pounds. I've been maintaining on the program, occasionally going back on the 5-in-1 post-vacation, Christmas, all the things. And most recently, I have been on the 5-in-1 program in preparation for my sister's wedding. However, that is not nearly enough calories to induce lactation. We do have a nursing mothers program, which that is part of what I'm really excited to share on our channel. Not in this video though, because it's already too long, but I will be changing my diet tomorrow to start the nursing mothers program, as well as drinking tons of water and trying to up these babies to produce some milk. So I digress. See, I already have mommy brain. So yes, that is my plan, inducing lactation via pumping every 3 hours around the clock. I'm giving myself a good leeway time, but the doctor recommended time is 8 to 12 weeks. And I'm doing it without medication, apart from herbs, of which I haven't started taking moringa when it gets here. The other product that I decided to try, I don't know if this works or not, but is this Upspring Milk Flow. My one concern about this, it looks like it has fenugreek, blessed thistle, anise seed, and some other stuff. Do I'm just reading the back. It has 10 grams of carbs. So I don't know. We're just going to have to give it a shot. That's a lot. It's got some sugar in it, but we'll see. So that is what I'm doing. So a couple of things that I found essential or really nice to have from my previous pumping journeys are, I got this bag. This is the Mom More from Amazon. I believe it was like 30 or 40 bucks, and it has all the things you need in a breast pump bag, and it has the side pocket here for the Spectra parts to come out. That is really useful, especially if you have to travel or you're going to be going back and forth to work or whatever. This is really helpful to have. We're hoping that I start producing drops of milk relatively soon. Could be a month, I don't know. But I still ordered some nursing pads. These are the Lancelin. These are my favorite brand for disposable, but I actually am going to try to order off Amazon some washable ones as well. They seem like they might be more comfortable. Going with the Lancelin, or that's not even what the name is. It's Lanolin. I don't know. Whatever. This brand, I got some nipple cream because I am sure that being on a pump that long every day is going to require the use of that. Speaking of being on a pump every day, this is like my favorite product, and I would say it is a necessity. It is called the hands-free pumping bra. It allows you to use a double electric breast pump without holding the pieces on, and can let you do things like work on social media or whatever else you want to do. So this is a must-have. I'm probably going to get another one of these too, but I just got one for now. And then also, if you're going to ever have to be in public pumping, it's nice to have a nursing cover. And so I just picked up this one at Target today. It's super cute, gender neutral, can be used as a blanket as well, but I thought this would be good to have. That was kind of an impulse purchase, but that's okay. Even though it will take, could take up to a month for any sort of drops of milk to start being produced, part of the pumping is just like triggering those hormones and stuff in your brain, in your body to grow your breast tissue. So your breast obviously being swollen from, well, not swollen, they shouldn't be swollen from pumping, but when you start pumping and stimulating, you're going to start getting changes, or you should start getting changes in how they look and feel, and they should grow. So your regular bras are not going to fit. So these are the ones I'm going to try. I was lazy and didn't try any of them on at the store, so I left the tags on, but this one was the most expensive one from Target. Kindred, not that it being expensive matters. I mean, that wasn't the point of me saying that, but it's padded, and it's also, I think, this is really cool, that you can actually stick the pump through and it'll hold the pump on as well. So that's kind of neat. If you are out in public and you don't want to like lug out this whole other thing, you can use this and wear it as a bra. I got a size up in my regular bra just to try because I'm comfortable with that one. I did get an actual nursing bra of another brand just to try. If you're new to this, nursing bras are nursing bras because they unpump or they unclip in the front. And then I got a couple of sleep bras because from my experience, even though I usually sleep without a bra, and when you're nursing, not the best idea. So these are some sleep bras. So this video is already really long. Oh, and of course, in the spirit of hoping I make milk, I got some breast milk storage bags as well. The one thing that I didn't get that I should have is I should have ordered some like syringes online, like some colostrum syringes, because when you first start producing, it's going to be like an ml at a time and not enough to put actually in a bag. Fun fact, as I said, colostrum, did you know that when you're not pregnant and you're inducing lactation, you actually do not produce colostrum like you would, like the liquid gold, they call it when you're pregnant and you give birth, that comes out immediately. You don't produce that when you're not pregnant. So this is my stash of things. This is my plan. I'm trying to be very gracious with myself. I know there's definitely going to be hormonal changes that happen. I've already been really tearful just about the whole thing in general, not sad tears, just I think anxious tears. My husband says his biggest concern is that I'm going to be devastated if it doesn't work, especially since I'm doing the natural way of doing it and not doing any medications. Like, what if it doesn't work? I'm going to be really hard on myself. And my answer to that is I'm going to try not to be. Probably. I fully believe that I will produce milk. I just don't know if it's going to be a full supply. And I am planning on ordering also a supplemental nursing system that I can use to still like comfort nurse the baby, or to try to induce an increase in milk once baby's born. So all of that to say, here's to the night before. I've known I'm going to do this for a couple of months now. I've been looking forward to it. And now the day is upon us. So I'm going to bring you guys along. If you are a regular Optivian on our channel and you don't want to watch this, it's not going to hurt my feelings. But if you're new because of this, welcome. I'll try to put a lot of adoptive, breastfeeding, lactation, inducing lactation content on here as well, because I think it's an underserved area. And I like YouTube anything and everything because I like YouTube and I think I can find a lot of real life experience for different things. So this is what I'm experiencing right now, and I'm happy to share it in hopes that it will help someone else. So there we go. Happy pumping. I'll bring you along on day 1 tomorrow.